Hey guys, how's it going and welcome back. Today's video, you guessed it from the title, slam it. Let's go. Alright, so what is better? Leave it turned on 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Is that better? Or should we instead just shut it off every night when we go to bed? What do you think? I think that there's no wrong answer. Okay, but I also think that videos like this probably shouldn't even technically exist because it's caused a lot of confusion with people, because there's also other information that these channels have put in. Some of it's actually incorrect and some of it's pretty feasible, okay, and there's some factual information, but when it comes to the main key component here, which is all anybody cares about, is it okay to leave it on 24/7 or should I shut it off at night? We should be able to answer this pretty quick, right? So that's what I'm going to attempt to do for you guys today, is answer it really quick. So here it goes. It does not make a difference. It's a piece of electronics that is going to die one of these days. It may happen in 2 years, it may not happen for 20, but one of these days, your device that you happen to have, like your computer, is going to die someday. Maybe. Okay? Unknown. So, we can't put a time limit on anything. We can't even take our best guess. Okay? I've got 33 years in as a tech, but I've also got over 40 some years in running with Apple computers and of course PCs as well, right? And I'm also a PC technician for about 30 odd years now too. And I gotta tell you, although I've seen pretty much, I think I've seen it all, I always get a surprise show up. But one thing that's no surprise to me is the simple fact that there is no way to prove if leaving a computer on 24/7 is better or worse, or if turning it off at night is better or worse, okay? There's no way of gearing this. I used to leave computers turned on 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Never once had a hardware issue. I've also had my computers turned on all day, shut them off at night, never had a hardware issue, okay? Now, the only time I did get into issues, of course, is I've had 2 computers so far, I think, that I can recall. I had a Dell XPS gamer system way back, and I had a video card issue, but I also had the little, you know, that cool funky lighting they put on those XPS gamer laptops. The lighting was going wonky a little too, but they fixed that. That was fine, but then they didn't fix the video card issue. It came back, and I sent it back, and it came back, and that was even worse the third time. And it's like, ugh. So, of course, I had this really cool kick-butt warranty, and Dell says, look, it's third time in a row, same problem, and here's what we're going to do for you. Because you have the coverage for this, pick out anything you want and just give it to me. I says, can you walk me through it on the phone so we get everything together? Sure, no problem. I'll do that for you. It's part of the coverage after all. So we walked it through and I picked out boom, 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 boom. And I took like the only difference between that laptop I picked out and the top of the line was a fingerprint reader. That was it. Because I didn't want those, didn't trust those, didn't care about them. Anyways, I've changed my tune since. But the thing is, it was the only difference. So I got an even more expensive laptop, better kitted out. It wasn't considered a gamer laptop, but it actually had more under the hood than my gamer laptop did. So I got a really sweet deal there, and that laptop never gave me one day of trouble ever. Okay, so I was like, yeah! Alright, next glitch I ran into is my most recent one was my Asus laptop, which I bought brand new about a year ago. And I got a Windows update that did some nasties. And the reported nasties they reported to me were not the nasties I got at all. So I don't know what they didn't put on there that they should have. But either way, it's running. I'm happy. And I do have a new drive on its way here for it. So hopefully that shows up by the weekend. Anyway, so it turns out my hardware, of course, my drives and my RAM are all perfectly fine. Nothing wrong with them. So yeah, it was something else with that update. But anyhow, but I don't leave my computers turned on anymore 24/7. Okay, I run them during the day. I shut them off at night when I go to bed, or even before I go to bed. Lately, I've been addicted to text files, so usually around 9 o'clock, 9:30ish. The computers are getting shut down, or I might just have one up and running out of the 3. and until I'm ready to go to bed, and then I shut it off for the night. But either way, my computers are not left running 24/7 anymore. I don't see the point in it. So, because I've tested this over the years, and I've seen no drawbacks to leaving computers turned on 24 hours a day versus just, running them until you go to bed at night and then shutting them off. I've seen no differences in lifespan, so I don't know what to tell you, There's a lot of things that will shorten the life of your computer, but we'll do that in another video series. I wanted to keep this one short for you, but that is the bottom line on that one. There is no way to prove one way or another other than our own experiences, right? But our experiences do always vary too. That's the thing, right? And a lot of people have a lot of ideas too that are just not correct, I mean, my thing is just don't leave apps running all the time. If you're going to leave it on all night, flip on the screensaver or put the thing to sleep, one of the two, and, just quit all your applications. You don't need to leave them running at night anyways. Besides, your email keeps coming in cyberspace anyways, and the next time you launch that app, it's just going to launch faster the second time around if you leave it on 24 hours a day, and it's going to retrieve your emails like boom, like that, because they're already sitting there waiting anyways, right? And they would have been even if the computer was shut down, because it's all in cyberspace, whether it's coming from your internet service provider or your Gmail account, your Hotmail account, your Yahoo account, whatever you're dealing with. Your emails are always in cyberspace, ready as soon as you fire up your program or you hit the recycle little button on your browser, boom, they're there. So you benefit nothing in that sense for extra speed access, maybe 1 second. Woo! Okay? Now, you do gain a little bit more by leaving it on all the time as opposed to turn it off, because when you turn it off, you got to wait for the computer to boot up, you got to sign into it, then you got to fire up your programs. Okay, I get that part. So there's a bit of a slower process in that sense, but it's still up to you which way you want to do it. I just prefer it because A, I save on hydro by not leaving the computers run all 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It does save wear and tear on certain components in your computer which are subject to heat. So yes, there are benefits to actually turning it off, but how much of a benefit is it? Is it an extra week I'll get by turning it off? Is it an extra month I get by turning it off? Nobody really knows. We just know that there is a small benefit at least for shutting it down, but then you have the slower reboot time and getting back into your system when you shut it down. So it's kind of up to you how you want to work it, And I always make sure my computers are shut off when there's bad electrical storms, because I don't need to blow up my computer. So yeah, I definitely leave them off and unplugged when that's going on. But otherwise, yeah, they're on. So, at least during the day. But at night, always off at night, always off. Same as my iPads, always off, always on the charger, but always off unless I need them. My phone, well, it's always on, period, but that's my phone. I close out my apps when I'm done with them. I reboot the phone once or twice a month just to freshen things up, and I don't have any issues. So I don't know what to tell you. And I don't leave a pile of apps running in the background like a big Rolodex either, because that'll just eat your battery up in like no time, right? But that's how the phones work too. So there you go, there you have it. If you've got any questions, you know how to leave them down below in the comments section. Let me know what you thought of this video. If you liked it, give it a big thumbs up. Okay, and we'll be sure to catch you on the next one. See ya.